Good afternoon. This is the meeting of the Sustainable Land Development hearing, and there are two cases today to be heard. One is case 245210, the other is case 245240. And I would just ask staff if there are any changes to that agenda.
Hearing Officer Hebert, there are no changes to today's agenda.
Thank you. And I'm Marilyn Hebert, the hearing officer for the Santa Fe Land Development Code. At this time, I would just ask, is it Ms. Gonzalez, are you going to present the staff report in this case?
Hearing Officer Hebert, yes, I am.
Okay.
I was just getting set up.
That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer Hebert. Jessica Gonzalez, Building and Development Review Specialist, Senior. ORR Acquisitions LLC, James Armstrong, Trevor Cutler, and Chase Becker, Conditional Use Permit. ORR Acquisitions LLC, applicant proposed the consolidation of the existing 8.03 acre Santa Fe KOA Journey site and the 3 lots to the east, 1.46 acre lot, 1.42 acre lot, and 2.566 acre lot to increase the size and use of the Santa Fe KOA Journey site to 13.476 acres in total. The applicant will be requesting SDP approval to allow changes to the Santa Fe KOA Journey portion and CUP approval for the remaining portion. The existing 8.03 acre Santa Fe KOA Journey site is zoned commercial general, where the use of camps, camping, and related establishments is a permitted use, and expansion or change of the existing site requires a site development plan. The 3 lots to the east are zoned residential estates, where the use of camps, camping, and related establishment requires approval of a conditional use permit. These parcels are located at 934, 946, 956, and one unassigned address at 0 Old Las Vegas Highway, SDA 2, Commission District 4. The applicant requests approval of a CUP and proposes the consolidation of the 3 lots to the east with the existing 8.03 acre Santa Fe KOA Journey site. The 3 lots to the east consist of a 1.46 acre parcel, 1.42 acre parcel, and a 2.566 acre parcel. With the increase, the size and use of the Santa Fe KOA Journey site in total will consist of 13.476 acres. The applicant will be requesting SDP approval to allow changes to the existing Santa Fe KOA Journey portion and CUP approval for the remaining portions. The existing 8.03 acre Santa Fe KOA Journey site is zoned commercial general, where the use of camps, camping, and related establishments is a permitted use, and expansion or change of the existing site requires a site development plan. The 3 lots to the east are zoned residential estates, where the use of camps, camping, and related establishment requires approval of a conditional use permit. The applicant has addressed the CUP criteria, and staff has responded to the applicant's comments. Building and Development Services staff has reviewed this project for compliance with pertinent SLDC requirements and has found that the facts presented support the request for a conditional use permit to allow an existing 8.03 acre Santa Fe KOA Journey site is zoned commercial general, where the use of camps, camping, and related establishments is a permitted use, and expansion or change of the existing site requires a site development plan. The 3 lots to the east are zoned residential estate, where the use of camps, camping, and related establishment requires approval of a conditional use permit. The use is compatible with the current development within the affected zoning district. The use will not impact adjacent land uses, and the application satisfies the submittal requirements set forth in the SLDC, inclusive of the conditional use criteria set forth in Chapter 4, Section 4.9.6.5. The review comments from county staff have established findings that this application to allow a existing 8.03 acre Santa Fe KOA journey site is zoned, I'm sorry, that's repetitive. Staff recommends approval of a conditional use permit to allow an existing 8.03 acre Santa Fe KOA journey site where the use of camps, camping, and related establishments is the permitted use, and expansion or change of the existing site requires a site development plan. The 3 lots to the east are zoned residential estate where the use of camping, and related establishment requires approval of a conditional use permit, subject to the following conditions. Madam Hearing Officer Aber, may I enter these conditions into the record?
Yes, please.
This report and the exhibits listed below are hereby submitted as part of the hearing record. Staff requests the hearing officer memorialize findings of facts and conclusions of law in a written recommended order. The Santa Fe County Planning Commission may be holding a hearing on this matter on December 19, 2024. Thank you. I stand for any questions.
Ms. Gonzalez, I guess I'm confused about this process. So the actual request at this time is to expand the CUP. It's an expansion of the CUP to include this additional acreage. But that consolidation of that acreage is not anything that we're dealing with in this matter. Is that correct?
Hearing Officer Aber, that is correct.
Hearing Officer Aber, excuse me. So the existing KOA site is a permitted use, and it exists as it is. So that's an administrative approval of a site development plan. The intention is from KOA is to expand the site and to consolidate the 4 lots into one. The 3 lots to the east are zoned differently, which require the CUP approval for the camps, camping, and campgrounds. So that is what the case is here for today, is for the CUP approval for those 3 lots to the east of the existing KOA site.
But it's not also an expansion because it's all going to be operated by the same entity. I mean, it kind of is an expansion of their existing CUP, but it's, I guess I'm just, it's specifically the CUP is covering the lots to be expanded.
The 3 lots to the east for the use of the camps, camping, and campgrounds for those 3 lots to the east.
Okay, all right. Ms. Gonzalez, it looks to me from what I saw that the density is more than going to be double as far as the amount of space, the number of RVs that they'd be able to have. It looked like it'll be more than doubled what it already is at that site that's been around for several decades. Is that correct?
Hearing Officer Aber, the applicant can answer that question better than I can.
Has the staff received any comments on this from neighbors, from the public in general?
Hearing Officer Aber, I have not received any comments from the public.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And is the applicant here?
Hearing Officer Aber, yes, he is here.
Okay.
I do. My name is Nathan Manzanares. I'm with New Mexico Land Solutions, and my address is 915 Mercer Street, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Thank you, Hearing Officer Aber. Thank you, staff. I just want to say that we're in agreement with staff's conditions of approval, and I have a brief presentation that I think will clarify some of the questions that you had.
Okay, I think I have this.
Okay, thank you. Matt, can you go to the next slide, please? So the KOA site is an existing site that was established and was pre-code, not legal non-conforming site that has 44 existing RV spaces. As Jessica Gonzalez referenced in the report, we are the ROR, which stands for Open Road Resorts, acquired both the existing KOA and the 3 lots to the east. And the plan is to expand the existing KOA. And as staff said, there's some zoning complications involved with that. One, the existing KOA is permitted. The sites to the east is conditional. So it's kind of lumped together as one site development plan and CUP project. If you go to the next slide, please. So just going to give you a quick overview. Next slide, Matt, thank you. So as you can see, the site to the west is the existing KOA. The sites to the east are the expansion sites. The existing residence in the middle there has been removed. It was an existing mobile home, and that's been removed as part of the purchase of the property. And there will be future demo permits for additional structures on the property that have to be taken out and as part of the expansion. If you look at that septic wastewater system to the west there, one of the big upgrades that's going to happen with this expansion is that's a very old system that's going to be upgraded. It's going to shrink in size by almost 60%.
Excuse me, Mr. Manzanares, is that the big rectangle, dark rectangle?
That's that green-looking lagoon right there. That's a very old septic system. I don't have a...
Okay.
It's directly east to the west lot.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Matt, can you go to the next slide, please? So some of the expansion details include an increase in campsites. We're also going to be constructing a new bathhouse that has restrooms, showers, and a laundry facility. We're also going to be, like I said, cleaning up some of the infrastructure out there, primarily updating emergency access to the site. We've worked with Fire and Public Works to secure a secondary emergency access that will serve both the existing KOA and the expansion area. And we're also looking to do some improved landscaping to enhance the area. Next slide, please. As you can see, the area to the right is the bolded expansion site. We're creating a loop road system that will serve RV parking spaces. There's three different RV parking types that are referenced on the bottom there. The smaller RV sites are 50 by 20, and then they go up from there. We're going to be clustering the bigger sites in the middle of the new expansion area, and we're also going to be providing some picnic tables, trash receptacles, and water and electricity to each new site. If you look at the very right-hand corner, you can see where the new bathhouse is going to be located. That's right next to the emergency access that is off of Kaya Gudale, and that will be a gated emergency access that will provide fire protection to the site. Next slide, please. This is a conceptual rendering of what the bathhouse will look like. The Open Road Resorts has done this similar building type in other areas of the country. I believe this one was from one of their Idaho RV sites. Next slide. And with that, I stand for any questions. Thank you, Hearing Officer Eber.
Mr. Manzanara, there's just a few, it's the same ingress and egress, is that correct, other than this emergency?
Correct. Matt, if you would go back to the site plan, please. Thank you. Oh Matt. One more over. There you go. Yes, so the primary access will be located off of Old Las Vegas Highway. Mm-hmm. We're also going to be improving that right-of-way, which is a DOT right-of-way. We're going to be putting a all-weather apron to help with site visibility. And if you see, the loop road actually goes to the east And then it goes back down into the expansion site via a one-way road that's 14 feet wide and directly north to both sites. So it'll actually provide really good access to the site. And then we have that secondary emergency access to the far east as well. And there's also a number of fire hydrants located that are existing, one at basically both entrances of the site, and then one within the middle of the expansion site as well.
And how much does it increase it looks, I think I saw that there were 44 existing spaces, and this looks pretty dense. How many new spaces are there?
There is projected to be 55 new spaces. And, you know, it looks really dense, but we're trying to keep the spaces really thin and long to help with that. And we do have a 5 to 10 foot buffer in between each space for fire protection purposes. The way we align them directly to the left helps offset them for that separation.
I'm just imagining the people trying to park in and out and drive.
Oh, we had our engineer run a parking and turning analysis on it. So yeah, a lot of them will be, the ones on the south will be backing into the site,
Yeah.
and the other ones will be straight pull through.
Well, do they have like valet parking, or do just individual campers do their own parking? That just looks like,
Yeah, each individual camper will do their own parking. There is an on-site manager that actually stays on-site 24/7.
okay,
That has an area on the existing KOA
okay.
that can assist in any parking issues if need be.
And are you aware of any comments from neighbors or?
Yes, there was actually an in-person neighborhood meeting at the KOA site that was held on August 19th. I believe there was 10 to 15 participants from the community, and there was positive comments on it, and they were really excited about expanding the water lines out there and the upgrades to the septic system, that's that aging septic system on the existing site.
Is that septic system, it'll be a new septic that'll all be underground, is that?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
well,
currently working with NMED and should have that approval here pretty soon.
And you haven't received any complaints from neighbors about these lots turning into?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Manzanares.
Thank you, Hearing Officer.
No other questions? Is there anyone in the room that wants to comment on this application? We'll see no comments. I will get a recommended order on this within 15 business days. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. And the final matter today will be case number 245240, Sergio Aldana, requesting a variance.
Thank you, Madam Abear. Destiny Romero, Building and Development Specialist. Sergio Aldana, applicant, requests a variance of Chapter 8, Table 8-43 to allow 2 primary residents on a single lot. The property is within the existing neighborhood plan development district, which allows 1 single-family residence per 2.5 acres. The property is located at 44 Vista del Monte. The applicant met with staff to submit an application to allow an accessory dwelling unit on September 26, 2024. The applicant is requesting a variance of Chapter 8, Table 8-43. The applicant states that his current mobile home located on the property is 1,400 square feet, and the mobile home he purchased and is requesting to also be placed on his property is 1,967 square feet. The property currently contains 2.5 acres with 1 well on the property and 1 septic on the property that will allow for the existing and proposed accessory dwelling unit to be on the same system. The property is accessed off Vista del Monte and will share a driveway. The applicant states that he thought it wouldn't be a problem due to surrounding neighbors with the same amount of property having added additional mobile homes to their lots. The applicant has addressed the variance criteria, and staff has responded to the applicant's comments as contained in the memo. Building and Development Services staff has reviewed this request for compliance with pertinent SLDC requirements and has found that the facts presented do not support the request for a variance. The use may impact adjacent land uses. No extraordinary and exceptional conditions of the land exist. Staff recommends denial of the request for a variance of Chapter 8, Table 8-43. If the hearing officer finds the variance criteria has been met and recommends approval of the variance, staff recommends the following conditions be imposed. Madam Abear, may I enter the conditions into the record?
Yes, please.
Staff requests that the hearing officer memorialize findings of fact and conclusions of law in a written recommended order. The Santa Fe County Planning Commission will be holding a public hearing on this matter on December 19th, 2024. Thank you. I stand for any questions.
Ms. Romero, is the 1,900 square foot mobile home, is it already on this property?
No, ma'am, it is not on the property yet.
Okay. And would it be interpreted on the accessory dwelling unit provision if the new home being almost 2,000 square feet, could that be considered the primary home, and then so that an accessory dwelling unit of up to 1,000 feet could be put, or do you always have to go by what the existing home is, which is 1,400 square feet?
Here in Officer Abear, yes, we've done that before where they brought in a bigger home, but as you said, the ADU limits are half the size or to the maximum of 1,400 square feet.
Okay, okay. Ms. Romero, has the Land Division received any comments on this application?
Madam Abear, no, we have not.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Aldana, are you here? Yes, would you come forward?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm Sergio Aldana, and my address is 44 Vista del Monte, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Mr. Romero, when did you become aware of the fact? When you came in for a permit to put the house, is that?
Yes, I bought it since most of the neighborhood has like guest houses. I mean, I can't put a guest house, but this one I guess it's a little bigger than I'm permitted. I didn't know, and I bought it for my son. So, and on the neighborhood, there's a lot of people split the properties, I guess, but it was before. So they split it into two pieces. So I could do it.
Well, according to what staff just told us, is there any chance you want to get a second home that would be less than 1,000 or at least 1,000? You want to keep your home at 1,400 square
Right.
feet. And they would both be on the same well, and they'd be on the same septic, is that correct?
It'll be on a different septic.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah.
Have you already applied for that septic with the
Yes.
Environment Department?
Yes. Mhm.
But it hasn't been put in?
No, not yet.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to your application for this variance?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
thank
I'll
you.
get a decision to them in 15 working days.
All right.
All
Thank you.
right, thank you. Well, if there are no other matters to be heard today, this would conclude today's hearing. Thank you all for your attendance.